Hey Libra, this April is a very, very exciting month for you, especially for your love life. There could be a lot of unexpected and sudden developments that not only are very prominent this month, but actually could change the course of your entire life. I know that sounds really, really grand and really, really big, but there is so much that is happening in your opposite sign, in Aries, that is really going to be changing the way that you are connecting or relating with other people. And a lot of blessings are coming your way in these areas of your life. Before we get too far into this month's video, for those of you who are brand new to this channel, my name is Michael, and I utilize tarot and tropical astrology to intuit monthly forecasts for your zodiac sign. For those of you who are ready for a deep dive, you can find links for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions in the description of this video, or you can also find links to all of my other social media accounts and the accompanying blog post. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and the bell notification so you don't ever miss out on what's in the cards for you. So as I'm shuffling the cards for you, Libra, I do want to talk a little more in depth about the astrology this month. Probably the first thing that's happening that's really, really prominent is actually the full moon in your sign. This is happening on the 6th. This is really, really important because there is some sort of change or shift that you are undergoing, and maybe even, a change in identity or the way that you understand yourself. It's really important to know what placements you have in Libra, whether you are a Libra rising, Libra sun, Libra moon, or have other planets there. There's a lot that could be shifting, and a lot of this is also about how you connect with other people. Because if you change the way you think about yourself, or there's the shift in your identity, it's naturally going to affect the way that you connect with people. Or maybe you are connecting with people or relating on a heart-to-heart level and you're learning new things about yourself. That's also something I could really be seeing this month for you. Honestly, it feels like things have been kind of contentious, or there's been some sort of conflict or misunderstanding with the Five of Wands in the past. This past influence really does tell me that maybe there have been energies in your life that have been very, honestly, like immature is a way you could kind of think of this. It's like there's been some sort of conflict or some sort of ego struggle or ego battle. I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing. I could kind of see that sort of energy, and you're kind of coming out of this, I think. Wow. Yup, quite literally, Six of Swords. Sometimes I don't even need to pull the cards. I know what these messages are already going to be about. I see this Five of Wands in the past, and it's like Libra is leaving behind these sort of immature energies, or these like really wounded energies, this kind of riled up, this beehive. And you're moving into calmer waters. And it feels like a lot of you are in this transition while you're watching this reading right now. And I think that's part of this full moon in Libra, honestly. We do also have Mercury entering into the sign of Taurus. This actually happens on the 3rd of April. And this is kind of important because Mercury is going to be going retrograde towards the end of this month. And specifically, like, the people you are exchanging energy with, this could actually be sexual, this could actually be financial. It's like the people you are sharing a part of yourself with or have like exclusive access to in some way. Honestly, it feels like, I'm just going to say it very directly. It feels like if you have been sleeping with people who are kind of below your standards, I feel like that's something that's ending. Or like you're raising your standards. Because it feels like there's a lot of attention on you. There's been a lot of attention on you, but it hasn't necessarily been what you actually want. And it's like you're looking for your fulfillment elsewhere. You're looking for your sense of connection and intimacy elsewhere. And looking at this 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, it's like you want the full picture. You want a full relationship or a full connection or a full life. Obviously, not everybody is looking for love, but a lot of people who watch tarot are. And it's like you're coming back to what really matters. You're coming back to the heart here. And there could be a lot of chemistry. There could be this really passionate connection that's coming in, and it's like making you believe in like fairy tale or love stories, or like it's almost like, oh, I didn't know that this is actually how relationships could feel. Or it's like you're opening yourself up to that. There's like something exciting here. Let's keep pulling cards. Let's draw some more. That's too many. Let's try again. What other messages do we have for Libra? What other messages do we have for Libra? Show us clearly. Some of you need to be more open to asking for help or support, and that's actually important both for your love life, but also just kind of for your own well-being and maybe even for your financial situation right now. You might need to ask for help or kind of call in assistance. Some of you are in kind of a reverse situation where you are helping get someone out of a bind. But I feel like give and take is also a really important theme for you this month. And that's something that you're really reassessing. You know, the Hanged Man is kind of looking at things from a different perspective. Getting insights, almost like through divination or through your intuition or through your dreams. And these insights are about the give and take in relationships. And it's interesting because it's like, I don't even just mean this on a superficial level. I'm just getting like a download right now where it's like you are even recognizing how in the past you might have been in codependent dynamics with people where there was a lot of giving and almost like self-effacing service where I'm giving up so much of myself because that's actually what I'm trying to get you to do. So maybe even kind of doing your shadow work in that way. Which is really, really interesting. And there are some serious fireworks with the 8 of Wands. All of these developments and all of these revelations are propelling you forward in a really kind of fast way. Queen of Cups, maybe with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. There's a lot of Cancer and Pisces energy in particular here. And the 3 of Wands. Wow. Some of you could be traveling or connecting with someone from another part of the world. That is definitely one way to look at this combination here. I feel like a lot of you are just having manifestations come in, or like something that you have been planning for a while is finally happening. And it's like, even if this has been in the radar, it's like, oh my God, it's finally here. And it feels really, really exciting. This actually does feel like it could be connected to another person, or it's just something you've been feeling or intuiting for a while. It's been in your heart for a while. Whatever you've been connecting with in your heart space, it's like finally here. And there's kind of this whiplash of like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this for so long. Now that it's finally here, it feels unreal. That's really, really exciting. What else do we have for Libra? Yeah, it's taken a long time. The 9 of Wands. And, you know, regardless of what your situation is, regardless of what's most important on your heart, whether you are someone who is single and have been looking for love for a long time. Maybe there's been a relationship that's been growing. Maybe there's a relationship you're in and there's been just some struggle, or like you've been trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. Or maybe it's not even about another person. Maybe it's just something that's really important and near and dear to your heart. It's just felt like tension. It's felt like fighting. It's felt like, honestly, bailing water. You've been treading water for so long. Something is finally changing. And there is this light at the end of the tunnel. There is this symbol of hope. And I want to say it might come in a very unexpected way. And to just be really open with that. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. It comes in an unexpected way, and maybe even a form that you don't recognize at first. I feel like a lot of you are coming out of a very confused state. And I kind of remember talking about that. Like there was something with a lot of clarity or seeing things objectively. That came up a lot in last month's reading. And I know it felt like there were dynamics, there were people you were walking away from. I'm remembering all of this now. And it feels like there's connection that is here that feels a lot more aligned, or you are becoming more aligned with connections or what it is that your heart wants. And there's a lot of strength in that. There's a lot of self-love. There's a lot of self-acceptance and self-presence that is very vital this month. Love and trust. That is the foundation of this strength. I don't know if you can see that in this card here. Written on the knees. And it's not, this could even be very abstract where it's like you're literally learning to just trust in love again. And again, that could be if you're single and maybe connecting with a new person or getting yourself out there. It could be if you're in a relationship and it's like you're bringing things to the next level, or like committing in a more intimate way, or more involved way. You're encountering these snags, these threads in yourself where it's like, I really want this. I want relationships. I want this thing that my heart desires. But there's also part of me that's been afraid of it because in the past, I was hurt. There was a battle. There was a really long battle with the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups, where it's like you doubted yourself a lot. You didn't know what to do. I feel like you're coming into resolution. You're finding clarity in your heart space. Anything else for Libra? Any other messages for Libra? Any other messages for Libra? Show us clearly, please. Wow, 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. This is you, like, for some of you, this is quite literally building your life with another person. Or building the life that you want to live. The life that fills up your heart, the home that fills up your heart. This really does feel like there could be conversations or even a wedding proposal, marriage proposal. Maybe there's talk about moving in, talking about the long term. It's like you are very clear on what it is that you want and who is and isn't compatible with that. And I mean, these are general readings, so like it's going to be different for all of you how this manifests, how these themes really play out for you. But it feels like April is a really important month for watering the seeds for the life you want to have, for the home you want to have, for the relationship you want to have, even the career you want to have, honestly. Nurturing your heart's desire and really taking care of that. Because you don't just throw a seed into the ground and forget about it. I mean, most of the time you don't. You have to tend to it. You have to give it love and attention. But I feel like there's a lot of long-term happiness that you are manifesting in April. I want to say that the 11th is a really beautiful time for manifestation. It's actually one of the luckiest day, if not the luckiest day of the year, because we have the Sun and Jupiter coming together. Jupiter, the great benefic, bringing expansion, opportunities, luck, and the Sun, this source of life, the source of vitality, coming together in the sign of Aries, your opposite sign. So very important, again, a great time to manifest love and relationships if that's your thing. If not, just manifesting your heart's desire. And manifesting home, stability, security, abundance. And just this feeling of coming home and feeling at home. That feels so, so important for you to connect with this month. Any other tarot cards for Libra? The World. Oh, yes. New chapters, beginnings and endings, so appropriate for eclipse season, because eclipses really do represent these sorts of thresholds. You know, there are new beginnings, there are endings, it's like a turning of a chapter, and like sometimes there's a shuffling, sometimes there's some chaos, sometimes there's, even when there are positive things that are happening, you know, it can bring up good stress or eustress is what it's called. I do feel like there is a lot of change. There is this threshold, there is this doorway. But it's like the world is your oyster. There is so much that is opening up for you, and it's like opening your heart to the world feels important. Honestly, I love this card because it's like, I feel like there's just this marked improvement in all areas of your life, to be honest. And it feels like there's this new chapter. And like part of the eclipse cycle that's actually kind of starting to begin in April, and really also in the autumn when we have an eclipse in your sign. It's a new moon eclipse in your sign. It's really gonna be like this new sense of self. You are becoming renewed in this cycle. And part of this is also you shedding old versions of yourself, old stories of yourself, limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, really kind of sorting through all of these things, cleansing all of these things. This is hugely important for this new cycle, this new chapter, okay? A lot of you are going to surprise yourself. You're going to realize things about yourself that you didn't know. you could be surprising yourself, but it's also opening your heart. It's bringing in love. It's bringing in connection. And I mean, I know it's kind of cliche, but like self-love is so important here too. And it's so important for relationships because you can only let love in so much, let yourself feel so connected to someone kind of equivalent or correlated to how much you love yourself or how much you allow that in your heart. Big changes. Okay, I'm going to pull an animal card for you as well. What are the animal messages for Libra? What energies should they embody? What are the energies? We have the earthworm. And this can feel like a really vulnerable energy. And that's what I mean. I feel like a lot of you have had like a rough go of things. Maybe with dating, I think it is with like love, or just like childhood things. And it's like, it feels really vulnerable to be exposed. But there's also this fertile soil here. Like you could really build a new life. But it takes vulnerability. It takes vulnerability. Yeah, it feels like fertile soil with the earthworm. Tending to the soil, I was talking about that. What else do we have for Libra? Anything else that we have for Libra? Show us clearly. Any other animal messages for Libra? Any other animal messages for Libra? You know, I keep just getting chunks of cards. I don't think so. I'm going to pull from the moon deck here. Wow. You know, I literally pulled out the deck and this card just flopped right out. It's the blue moon. Believe in the impossible. And this just feels like so beautiful. You are learning to have faith and trust again. I feel like some of you, oh God, this is so sad. I feel like some of you don't believe you're lovable. Like there is this deep wound where you don't believe you are worthy. And it doesn't even matter if you're single. It doesn't matter if you're in a relationship. It doesn't matter if that's not even something you're looking for. It's like you don't believe you're worthy of what you want. And the most beautiful gift that you can get this month is really genuinely feeling your worth. Because sometimes we know that, like we can think that, but we don't feel it in our heart or in our body. And I feel like with believing in the impossible, it's like you're realizing that these things aren't impossible. And that there is a life-changing opportunity that is happening for you this month. And I'm just going to be honest, I really think it's coming through another person. I know that that could be potentially perceived as a toxic message, or that could produce like kind of toxic connections. So really use your discernment here. But it's like, if you are meeting someone or connecting with someone and it really feels like balanced and comfortable and like home and secure, and you don't know if you can believe in that, you don't know if you can trust that, with the Seven of Cups, where there's been confusion in the past, it's safe to trust, it's safe to believe in this. Whew. And on that note, I really feel like that was everything, Libra. I hope this was helpful. Definitely comment down below. I'd love to hear from people. It feels like something is really shifting in your heart, and whatever this is, it really feels like a major life change. This is a really pivotal month for you. It's a very life-changing month for you. You can watch the other readings, maybe for your moon or rising sign is really important for the astrology in particular. Um, and I will see you all in the next video. Also, all of my links are in the description box down below for personal readings and distance Reiki sessions if you want to work together. And I'm sending many blessings and all my love your way. Take care, Libra. Have a happy April.